The price of Bitcoin is doing absolutely nothing throughout the weekend, but in this episode, we're going to talk about some higher time frame levels of resistance and support and some trading scenarios that I am looking at, guys. So make sure to stay tuned. Quick reminder, in October, the registration for the World Series of Trading on Bybit starts, guys. If you haven't got an account on Bybit yet, you do get one of the best bonuses out there, which is $30,000 deposit bonus. Sign up and get ready to join my team in October, and let's dive in right away, guys. It's been a boring weekend, a little bit of sideways momentum, a few $100s to the upside, to the downside. Now, what are the next scenarios? Well, I do not know if the price is going to start moving down here very aggressively, or is it going to get a pump. What I do know is certain levels and scenarios that I'm looking at potentially to get into a short, depending on that reaction at those certain levels, or get into a long position, right, if we were to drop down to these low levels and find that support. First of all, let's speculate that the price does find some support here where we are trading right now, and we move to the upside. We'll be still testing the resistance from this ascending channel. Now, this ascending channel that we've been talking about throughout the last few days, we got that resistance here, as you can see, and we're already pulling back ever so slightly throughout the weekend. So if we do get that leg up here to the upside, now there is something very interesting, of course. Now, I do count from the bottom here, created on the 7th of September, 5 waves to the upside, and this being a corrective structure. Now, what I do count here throughout last week is 1 wave up, 2, 3, and 4 right over here, depending if we do get a more leg to the downside or not. If we do create one more leg up, then that will be a completion of 5 waves. So where is the biggest resistance zone? Apart from the top of the channel, we do have these highs right over here from late August. So is there a possibility in testing those higher time frame highs and creating a swing failure pattern? Absolutely. Higher time frame highs and lows, they're always good for a liquidity grab and get the market to turn around. So I'm going to say yes, this is a valid swing failure pattern. However, we do have very important levels above us, right? We do have a monthly level, there is a weekly level, all right? There is a lot of high time frame levels here at 64,200, at 64,600. When we go to the monthly chart or the weekly chart, that is a close and open that has not been tested, right? The close from July and open of August, right, has not been tested, and that is ever so slightly beneath the August highs that we did create. So without a doubt, those levels are good in my opinion. We just ever so slightly front run the weekly level. So could it be that we hit the highs from Friday and create that swing failure pattern? Absolutely, it is definitely possible. I would be expecting a little bit of higher levels, okay, just as a 5th wave, if we were to form that 5th wave. Now, the bad thing about this consolidation, it is getting a little bit overextended with timing, okay? This was the situation throughout the weekend. Saturday, Sunday is usually boring, and the extension in timing is not helping, okay, for that corrective move to get that 5th wave. However, it is still very much possible when we do take a look at this as a 2nd wave. Well, if we do get the Fibonacci timing from the high to the low, we're just about extending here. If we are speculating on that ABC flat scenario, we are extending ever so slightly to the 2.6, right, in timing from the high of the 3rd wave. If this were to be the 4th wave, getting already a little bit too extended. However, it's not invalidated. We could extend 3 times then the 2nd wave, or 4 times, but I would like to see by tonight the price, you know, getting that pumpy momentum, right? So the weekly, monthly level, it is just those levels that I would be interested in actually speculating on a short. If we hit the weekly, we hit the highs from Friday, there is a possible small reaction, okay? It could double top. It could get a pretty decent reaction and a rejection of a few $100s. However, it could also get the breakout. Now, these are very aggressive scalps. I do see the possibility of the price dropping a few $100s after claiming that level. We do have the monthly level as well. That could be it. If we are trading above the weekly, then obviously no short to be taken. If the monthly is rejected, then there is a quick speculation scalp short. But like I said, we are in uptrend momentum. This could get powerful when we're just suddenly breaking through. Now, the monthly level, yes, it is also a tradable scenario. You know, look for the reaction, look for the rejection exactly at the monthly. For a sniper short, you're probably going to get supported from the Friday highs. So you just need to be cautious. These are very, very quick scalps and you need to be very defensive. Could we swing failure pattern from the highs of August? Absolutely, yes. The price could probably just break through here, get a massive big pump, and then create the swing failure pattern to finally finish those 5-wave moves up. Because the interesting thing about shorting here, the pump and the rejection just at these levels, guys, remember, if you are trading above the levels, you do not take the short. If there's no reaction, rejection from that level, there's just no short to be taken. Okay, so the good thing about forming those 5 waves to the upside, then obviously you are looking for a kind of a corrective structure that usually gets to the bottom of the 4th wave, right? So this would be your target zone. Get the correction all the way down to these lows at $62,300 approximately. Now, there's a really nice move of a few $1,000s. So overall, the levels here to pay attention and just, you know, be very, very cautious to take the trading decision is basically Friday highs with the weekly, the monthly, or the 65,000 okay highs from August. If you smash through those levels, then higher we go, right? No short to be taken, no adding to short, no swing short, only if we react at one of these 3 levels. Now, if the price does break down from here, is this the end? It's not going to be looking too great, to be honest. This is looking very much like a 3-wave structure. You got this movement, this one, and this one. If you are going to be breaking down, well, the only bullish case scenario that we have here is counting this as a double 1-2, where you form the 1 wave, the 2nd wave, and you only in the 1st wave of the 3rd wave that is going to be very, very large throughout the next coming days and weeks, right? Now, that would be the only bullish case scenario. If we're going to start breaking down and overlapping this pivot high, it is not going to be looking too great. Of course, we do have the higher low support zone. When we do zoom out and take a look at the price action throughout the last couple of months, there is insane support. Apart from this higher low support trend line, when we get the volume profile here, we can see this massive amount of volume, right? With the first big spike, we have it at $61,000. Now, if we were to drop there to that level in the next couple of days, right, between today and tomorrow, that is where we do have the higher low support trend line. That is where we do have the highs from last week, as you can see right over here. This zone kind of needs to hold if we want to speculate on a double 1-2, 1-2 and then start rocketing here. So the $61,000, yes, without a doubt, on higher time frame, it is a very good solid level. We've got a high volume node from the price action of the last 2 months. As you can see, if we start losing this massive high volume node, of course, we do have the biggest one, which is at 59,100. However, we'll be breaking out from this ascending channel already. So yeah, we could definitely swing failure pattern from that higher low at 59,200. It's without a doubt a good level just because we have a massive high volume node on the volume profile. This higher low could get a reaction, but it would be looking a little bit bearish on higher time frame. You lost the momentum. You could be getting a nice bounce. I have to say, this is actually not a bad swing failure pattern long based on this high volume node. So pay attention to that $59,180, which was that higher low created on Wednesday the 18th. However, if we do move down, remember, we do have the highs right over here that could react. We could just be forming an ABC move. If we do take a look at the extension, it could be a 1, 2, 3, right? Also 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. We're breaking down, we're correcting, and then we're going to lower levels. Depending on how many waves we do create here, it's just not, is going to be very, very difficult. The 1.618 extension from the highs created on Friday and the pivot low from Friday, and also the highs here created on Saturday, if we are going to start breaking down, preferably we do not want to get as low as the 1.618 extension, because that would be more of a three-wave target, meaning that the corrective structure could just break down on that fifth wave from this ascending channel. However, it is still valid for a C wave. I'm not going to say it's not. We got the high volume node, we got the highs right over here that could provide some support. You got the higher low support trend line. It's going to be interesting here. Like I said, I'm not going to jump into a long position if the price falls down to $61,000 area. I will be remaining patient, see proof of support. If we start building some bullish momentum, all right, with higher highs and higher lows, then obviously I would say, guys, this does, look very, very nice, especially if you overlap that low from Friday at $62,300 and you start tapping that level. This movement to the downside will no longer look impulsive. So that would be definitely a good sign that this movement down is corrective. If we start hitting this level, start forming some bullish CVD divergence, maintaining the higher low support, I would be very much interested in looking for long positions. But we need that price action to develop, guys. Trading is boring. I need to see some stuff on the chart to take my next trading decision. So it would be a very aggressive long, just hitting the 1.618, right, for that possible extension. And you could be speculating either in an A, B, C or a 1, 2, 3. You're likely going to get that bounce. You got higher low support. If the drop would happen in between today and tomorrow, you got these highs. You got the highest volume node from the last 2 months, right? When we do analyze the volume profile from July, August, and September, I mean, the highest volume node is sitting right over here, okay, at the $61,000. Well, the highest one is this one, but we've got a very, very large spike here, which is where we have the 1.618. So $61,000, guys, it should maintain as support. Now, the question right there is going to be, is this a corrective structure? We're going to start building some momentum. This is going to be a good sign here. It could be a fourth wave. But if we start tapping this high, right, getting very close to it, it could be very, very bullish, and we're just going to get that leg to the upside. However, if we break down with massive volume, which is definitely a scenario, right, even for a C wave or a third wave, we could speculate on that fourth wave as well, okay? So we could be speculating on a short and a long and could be hedging the scenario, because if it were to be an ABC, and we start pumping here very aggressively, well, yeah, we will be looking for long positions, but overall, I will be looking for a short position as well, because that fourth wave, you're probably just going to form a three-wave structure here. We'll be in doubt to see if it is bullish or not. But overall, we could be speculating on a short position round about the 50% Fibonacci on that fourth wave, 382, 50% to get that breakdown on a fifth wave here. We need to see the price action, how it develops, guys. But this is a little bit of what I am looking at here throughout the next 24 to 48 hours. Of course, if you do want some intraday setups, we have the Legends Trading community. We'll be providing some crucial Sunday updates now throughout the evening, looking for some intraday setups, guys. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you in the next one.